continent that carries the burden of the HIV epidemic, what part do African scientists play in the efforts towards the creation of a vaccine beyond clinical trials?
Right now, the problem of HIV is big in our country, in our continent, so it only makes sense that we should also be in the forefront of the epidemic, trying to make a difference, trying to find a solution, because we know better than anyone else here, Africans, how the impact. I mean, we lose sisters, we lose brothers, we lose cousins, we lose neighbors. It's very different from some of the people here who don't even know a family member who's been infected or someone who's affected of HIV, or they're studying it as a disease. For us, it's closer than that. It's not just a disease, it's a reality.
A reality that is lived by 35 million worldwide, 23 million of whom live in Sub-Saharan Africa. And although vaccine development initiatives have been spearheaded by experts in the developed world, African scientists are building their capacity as partners in vaccine development.
There's an enormous effort is going into getting local scientists and local researchers, not just to be running trial sites, but to being involved in the side that has the laboratory work and in the planning of whole programs.
What we look to in the countries is to get assistance with establishing sites. For example, we work with the Kenyan Medical Research Institute. They provide infrastructure and structure in the country to help support research for many groups that are investigating problems of public health importance to Kenyans.
Although scientists in and from Africa are increasingly being integrated in the development stage of vaccines, there are several factors that still stand as barriers in the way of Africa's great minds as equal partners in vaccine development.
Because most of our researchers don't get the opportunity, or if they are capable of conducting the research, the resources are so constrained that most of the scientists decide to go and study outside. After that, they carry the studies outside.
In addition to infrastructural challenges, the lack of proper policies present a great hurdle to overcome.
What most institutions do is they go to the Ministry of Health to obtain clearance, and sometimes it takes like 8 to 10 months, and then they have to pay the desk officers carrying their file from one desk to another in order to hasten for them to get the approval. So it's not even appropriate because the people that are moving these files are not trained.
However, there are interventions in place to bridge the gap.
It has been difficult. I mean, anyone who knows South African history and where Africans come from in South Africa, they would understand that the kind of hardships that one encounters. But over the years, the government has been trying to do a lot.
So what we need to do at the moment, I have seen the Ministry of Health, they're coming up with policies to put up the research policies in the country, and I hope in the near future we will have the lay down procedures, and the government will also need to chip in terms of providing resources for research, setting aside funds for research, which can be competitively acquired.
The collaborations also include academic and professional training opportunities so as to boost the capacity of the African scientists in countries of interest.
Taking advantage of this North-South collaboration to train young Kenyans in the techniques of medical research and IRB management and other regulatory activities to bring strength back to their country after they've left these training positions.
So that somebody can have the same kind of vibrant research environment in Africa that one can have in Europe or the US.
However, the funding bowl is on a pendulum swing, with hard blows of donor fatigue hitting below the belt of the planned agenda. Still, the horizon holds a strong hope for the continent.
And I'm really pleased to say that certain institutions are stepping forward. Howard Hughes Medical Institute has done something that I think will be transformative for African science.
Beryl, Ooro for K24, Boston.